trouble, 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 trouble. You know I might get in trouble. You know I might get in trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. Yeah, I may get in trouble with this. Yeah, I might hit the button with this. T.Cooke and Briaunna Monet, yeah, you know how we coming with this. Heat it up like the summer with this. They tryna kick it, wanna punt it with us. Yeah, they saying something in the water, so I went out and flooded my wrist. She said she buy, I said Pola. She said hi, I said Ola. She wanna vibe, I told her pull up. I said roller, I'm like hold up. She said she buy, I said Pola. She said hi, I said Ola. She wanna vibe, I told her pull up. I said roller, I'm like yeah, I may get in trouble with this. Yeah, I might hit the button with this. T.Cooke and Briaunna Monet, yeah, you know how we coming with this. Heat it up like the summer with this. They tryna kick it, wanna punt it with us. Yeah, they saying something in the water, so I went out and flooded my wrist. Good trouble like John Lewis, on the daily like Jon Stewart. With this rap, I'm a conduit, got 'em worrying.
Hello again.
And we're back once again.
Another episode of I May Get in Trouble for this. It's your girl Briaunna Monet.
It's your boy T.Cooke.
And here we are. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Dedication.
Once again.
Yeah. This is recording 2 days in a row for us. But we're dedicated to our listeners, so we're here.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
It's a lot on the docket this week.
It's a lot. Like, we could not just miss it.
Yeah, we can't skip.
Yeah. Let's start with the BET Awards. Did you catch it?
Yeah, I seen bits and pieces. I seen like the first like 30, 40 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm. I caught it. I watched it all the way through. I recorded it. My favorite performance by far was Tyler, the Creator. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I seen it on the playback. I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All his visuals is ahead of his time, so it's like I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But for him to even do the BET Awards, because it's not really his target demo.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he stepped outside his comfort zone and did that.
Yeah.
So thought that was dope. I liked Kirk Franklin and Lil Baby opening up the show.
I love that too.
Lil Baby looked so high on that stage. He looked out of place. I didn't know if he was high or if it was like the spirit was convicting him. Like,
right.
I'm
or
a rapper.
like, was Kirk just like too turd? So like,
I don't know.
It was like
I don't know.
A very stark contrast though.
Lil Baby was up there. At least he was clapping on beat. But it was just one of those things where I was like, bruh. Yeah. Somebody said he was nervous, and then it was like, nah, he was high. I don't know. One of the 2 or 3, I don't know.
One thing about Baby though is like his rap style. Like he raps fast. And so for him to do that, he was all over the BET stage. He had like multiple performances and appearances. Like he was probably tired. Yeah, he had a long night ahead of him.
Yeah, Lil Baby definitely. Speaking of Lil Baby, Fat Joe this week, he says Lil Baby is the best rapper of this generation. How do you feel about that?
I need to know who else we consider that's a part of this generation. Yeah, because I do love Baby, and you know, I might be able to back that statement. I need to know who else. Like, I don't want to step on any toes of my favorites.
I feel like out of the new generation, he is one of the forerunners.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I guess you would consider Uzi, which there's an inherent bias.
I don't think they're in the same.
But who would be the young rappers?
I don't put Uzi because Uzi maybe didn't
this
come out at the same time.
What does this generation
That's what
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And whose generation is it?
Right, because we could easily say Drake is a part of this generation,
but they came in different eras. Drake been here for 10 years. Baby just on his come up, so I wouldn't put them in the same.
But Uzi's been around for a while too. And then is Travis also a part of this generation? Because
he's been out for a minute too. So it's like I need some clarity on it.
But I mean, regardless.
We give him his flowers.
Love Lil Baby.
Yeah, he hard. We talked about him last episode too, because he gave them shoes away to his community. So he's always, he's on point. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like when he got that record with Khaled and Lil Durk, and like every record Baby on, even the joint with Drake, he's rapping. Like that boy will be rapping. Yeah. So
like it's his song after he gets on the song.
That's what I'm saying. He take it over. So it's like, it's no doubt in my mind, he definitely is one of the hottest. Whether he's the best of this generation, that's to be seen. I think, you know. Yeah. What only time would tell. But I definitely think he on fire right now.
Yeah. So he just keeps it up. Yeah. So, you know, speaking of Lil Baby, let's talk about DaBaby and his train wreck of a performance. Did you see that one?
I did not catch that.
Trey,
I don't think I caught that.
Trey, oh my gosh. Okay, so when we get off, you have to watch it. I hope it's still recorded and didn't delete, but I don't know what he was doing up there. It was a lot going on. I need him to retire this inflatable baby thing that he has going on. I don't understand it. And he did a big tribute to Charlotte because he had like the Hornets colors, like cheerleaders, basketball players. It was a lot going on. And I feel sorry for Charlotte right now because that was a terrible tribute.
I feel sorry for Charlotte. And it was that bad.
It was so bad. And then it was hilarious when Taraji announced, he was about to perform. And he came out from the audience to get on the stage, walked up.
I like when artists do that.
Yeah. But it didn't work in his favor because everybody's faces around him was like just unenthused. Because I think of this whole, probably with the whole Meg situation.
That was kind of awkward because they was on stage and then she left.
She definitely
did her verse and then left before
and
everybody
good for her. Good for her because boundaries. I don't know. I feel like if DaBaby doesn't switch up his style or bring something, new and fresh soon, he might be on his way out.
I mean, I don't know. I like the 2 records he just dropped over the past few weeks. I can ball if I want to, and he dropped another one and music videos for both of them too. So I like the music. I'm not tired of hearing Baby yet personally, but I could see how people could be like, oh, what's the one where he was talking about the beat he was rapping over and they said it sounded like a little flute joint.
Yes.
What is that joint called?
Because he wanted to get Hove on it and they said nobody.
I'm about to look it up real quick.
Look up that tweet.
Let me look the song up really quick.
But yeah, definitely not that SpongeBob SquarePants beat.
Yeah, that's what they said.
The Flying Dutchman.
He was like, yo, it's called Red Light, Green Light is what it's called with that beat. And around the same time he tweeted out who I gotta holler at to get Hove on a verse.
Hove is never. And
it was like somebody quote tweeted it and put a picture of Megan and Hove together because she signed the Right Nation. So it was like, yo, you gonna have to holler at her.
You gotta talk to Meg, and she's not talking to you right now. So there's that.
So good luck on that.
I loved Meg's performance. It was clean.
Megan's a good performer.
Yeah, she looked amazing.
Yeah,
and she definitely, it was flawless. Love that. I think we can't not talk about probably one of the biggest moments of the show, Cardi revealing her second pregnancy.
Yes.
I love when artists do that. Beyonce, I think, paved the way.
Yeah.
For that. That's the second time Cardi, revealed her pregnancy that way. Her first pregnancy, she with Kulture, I remember she was on SNL performing and she showed her baby bump. Yeah. And so at this point, I don't even know if she really is doing it as a way that's how she wants to present it. I think maybe she's just living her life and you can't really hide your baby bump for too much longer. So if you have a performance, it's just going to show, you know? So I don't even know if she did that on purpose. It's just yes, I'm pregnant, and I also had to perform, so here we are.
Her energy was super high though, even being pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Which is, kudos to her.
Yeah, incredible.
She came out there with the Migos, and she turned up. She turned it up for sure. So I'm I
love it.
Shout out to her, man. Just shout out to Black women in general, because y'all like superheroes. Y'all can be pregnant and do multitask and everything like that. So shout out to y'all. But I like her revealing it like that, and I'm like, shout out to Offset, because he bounced back.
No, not shout out to
shout out to Offset.
Not
you know what I'm saying? That man almost lost his wife. Now he got 2 kids with her, and they didn't rekindle their marriage. So shout out to him, bro.
He needs her.
Shout out to him, bro.
Because he know Migos don't got too many more.
He's a representation of fellas that's down bad, that's been in the doghouse and then bounced back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, salute to that brother, because he know where his priorities are. He know what's up. He ain't trying to lose.
We hope so. We can only hope so.
Hopefully they have a successful, marriage moving forward. And because there's been so much, she filed for divorce and then they gonna split.
And that was recent.
And it's like, now she come out and she pregnant. I'm like, hey, I just wish y'all the best. Whatever y'all want to do.
He's trapping her.
Why he gotta be trapping her? Why she can't be trapping him? Why you mad at Offset because he got his family back?
First of all, I think it's clear who's the bigger artist.
Why are you mad at the Migos are just as big, if not bigger than Cardi B as an artist. Maybe not Offset's solo career, but so Migos as a whole.
Is she married to Migos or is she married to Offset?
Was Saweetie dating Quavo or dating?
We're not even talking about.
I'm just saying though, like Cardi B and Migos, like I would say they have similar careers as far as notoriety.
Sure.
And Offset, that's not fair to Offset to compare a solo artist to a group. It's not fair. He didn't come out as a solo artist.
But he did attempt solo artistry and it did not go.
But that's not fair though. He didn't come out as a solo artist. So it's like,
the bottom line is that all of that aside, he hasn't been a great husband to her. And so that's why I feel like he's trapping her. He's like, I got to give her another baby so that she stays, because no pregnant woman's really going to go through a divorce and all of that.
Well, if that was the case, if he really trapped her, why would she reveal it like that though? When she just be like, keep it on the low though?
Like I said, she was invited to perform, so she's going to perform and she's pregnant. So like, what do you want her to do? Like wear a muumuu on the stage?
I feel like, not a muumuu, but I feel like women's been pregnant and have disguised it before in other ways. Based off of how they dress.
She's really far along. Like her bump is there. Like I don't know.
I'm not gonna buy into the narrative that he trapped her, but maybe.
I mean, everybody is unenthused about this because everybody's like, we're so happy she's pregnant, but like, why this man? And people are like, her husband.
I actually like Offset. I don't have a problem with him, and players fuck up too. So I mean, nobody's perfect. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm just glad he got his family back. Because it's easy to split, but it's hard to stay together and work through some shit. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Other women call other women dumb for sticking around, but like praise women for just moving on and be like, and it's like it's harder to stick around sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Like to stick around. Or I think I said it. I said it the other way around. But still, you understand what I'm saying?
I think it's harder to move on.
I think women who stay deserve just as much credit as women who just leave, because it's like it's harder to stay sometimes. I feel like if she's sticking with that man, that's my man, I'm gonna stand beside him. Like that's how I feel. Yeah. Like it's hard to, she could have just threw in the towel, or she could have just finalized the divorce.
Again, maybe I could have done that, like, you know, been on your side the first time. And I'm not at all excusing cheating, because no, like for me that's just should be a deal breaker. So like one time should be like one time and done, like that's it. But you know, I could see maybe if you stick around, you know, after the first incident, but multiple, we are married.
These are all alleged though. We don't know for sure if he was. We going off of what social media says.
Well, if I'm filing for divorce twice, yeah. Okay, second time needs to stick.
Oh, but why they ain't going through with it? Because do you think they'll go the distance?
Her.
Do you think they'll go the distance?
He impregnated her.
Once she has the kids, do you think they're gonna go the distance and stay together?
I honestly don't know, and I really don't care that much. I just, you know, I hope the best for Cardi. I like her as a person, and there's that.
Shout out Cardi and Offset
and women empowerment.
Nico. Hey. We say it every episode, get some straightening. Yeah. And guess what? I'm rocking with Migos. And I'm rocking with Set, Tate, and Quake. I hope they
see this.
Load up the Drake. Hey, come on the show. Pull up.
Yeah, so I would say my next favorite performance was their tribute to DMX. I got a little emotional there.
That was hard.
Yeah, I definitely got a little emotional, almost cried. Method Man, he just really did, you know, DMX justice. And
Busta Rhymes was hard.
Yeah, Busta too. And I feel like Busta was so fitting for that part. So.
Yeah, what's the actor that was on The Wire? What's his name? I don't know his name. Ain't it like, I don't want to miss
Idris?
No, not Idris. It's not him. It's another dude. But they were saying that they do a biopic, they need to have him play DMX, because he came out doing the performance and he he looked like he had the white beater on with the tin. Like he looked like DMX.
Okay, here we are.
So I'm like, all right, well, I guess he's a villain.
Okay, Lifetime, don't mess this up.
Man, if the DMX joint come on Lifetime, I'm gonna be disappointed. Like, because their biopics is just like, it's hit or miss.
It's not good.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, So yeah, but I think it's like Michael Williams. Yeah, okay. Michael Williams. Yeah, shout out to him because he definitely was giving DMX energy when he was on stage. So, I mean, I'm glad that they did carve a moment out to honor DMX because, you know, he was gone too soon. He's only, 50?
Yeah, so, it's still, it's just sad. Yeah. How did you feel about Lil Nas X's performance?
Everybody's asking me how I felt about it, and I'm just like, bro.
I'm curious.
Lil Nas X. I'm all for people living in their truth, and if that's what he want to do, I can't tell that brother what to do as an artist. If that's him expressing his artistry, more power to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen some celebs come out. Diddy say he was supporting Lil Nas X in his decision. Everybody just be up in arms about everything. It's just like, bro, it's 2021. It's like you might not be used to seeing that, but that's where the culture is moving forward towards. And that community, the LGBTQ community, is going to need representation in these on these platforms, just like, you know, just like people who aren't a part of that community. We all need representation. So at the end of the day, if that's how he chose to, but in the same regard though, I do feel like some of the stuff that Lil Nas X does is very clout chasey, and it kind of surpasses his talent in a way because he does certain stuff just to get a reaction. And it's like, I think he just be trolling. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time I feel like he be trolling because he know that it's gonna go viral. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and people feed into it and they give it energy. So I mean, he knows how to get people talking. I don't know if he's doing it for the
attention because he knows it's gonna go viral. I do think he trolls because he's just funny and likes to troll people. Like, I think his comebacks on Twitter are always so funny and like witty and perfect. But I
just feel like he knows how to get people talking, and I feel like if he didn't do these antics, I don't know how relevant he would honestly be.
But this is not new. Like, literally Britney Spears kissed Christina Aguilera or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a double standard though.
Yeah, like this is not
It's
new.
definitely a double standard.
And he's catching a lot of hell for it. But aside from all of that, did you catch his reference, the MJ reference in his performance? So you watched it, right?
I watched clips of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay. So like they did like a little dance breakdown scene or whatever. You know, like the whole setup was like Egyptian theme or whatever.
Oh yeah, you talking about like Remember the Time type? Okay.
And I think he did take bits of that choreography. Yeah. So I caught that. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen like really like the highlights of his performance. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I just know everybody was up in arms about it, and I'm like, bro, like the more that y'all feed into it, the more he's gonna keep doing it. Like, he's going to keep doing that type of level stuff. So now it's kissing the man. Next time it might be kissing. Well, no, it was because it was two, right? It was him in the middle, and then it was the man on both sides of him. Yeah. Wasn't it?
I don't know if he kissed both of them, though.
I don't know what it was. All I know is that next time he's going to try to up the ante. Like, with the music video, this man slid down the hill on a stripper pole and twerked on the devil.
And
so the next time, next time, what is he... he's gonna have to outdo that. So what is he gonna do next time? Like, it's a clout chasey thing, and it's like, you're talented, you don't have to do that though.
No, but we talked about like the reasoning behind why he did that music video was like, you know, you guys always talk about how I'm going to hell anyway, so then when I do, now you have a problem. Like, I think he's really just trying to prove a point here. Like, I don't think it's really about clout chasing or anything. Like, I think he's really trying to prove a point.
I feel like his antics are overshadowing his talent to me. Let your talent show. If you call yourself a rapper, entertainer, a singer, whatever you categorize yourself, just do that and let that be good enough. You don't gotta slide down a stripper pole to get views. But I'm telling you, watch the next time every time he does something, it's gonna have to one up the last thing before. And if it doesn't, he's not gonna be around long. I'm telling you right now, if he just puts out a regular song with a regular video, it's not going to hit. is very like agenda based, and they're pushing some type of an agenda, or at least he is to. I'm telling you, yo, like I'm just watch. Let's watch and see what the next thing he does.
If Migos can make it this far with the same everything,
what is your beef with Migos? like what is your beef with Migos? Like, yo, then you played the album in the car and you was like, yo, this shit's hard. Yeah. So what is the beef? Yes,
I like some of the Kulture 3 songs.
Like, what is this? Like, yo. Damn, is this an anti-Migos show? We can't show no love. So we ain't got no love for Migos? Like, I don't understand. Like, yo, but
they not my amigos.
Bro, that album's hard, yo.
No, I do like some of the Kulture 3 songs. Like, yeah, it was better. It surpassed my expectations for sure, which were very minimal, bare minimum. But yes, it was good.
We'll see what Lil Nas X does next. And I'm sure it's going to be a one-up. If not, then nobody's going to care. I guarantee you it's not. Okay. I won't care about it. Because think about it. When he did them other songs, like after he did like Rodeo, he did some songs after Old Town Road. Duds.
A hit. Panini was
hard because Sky Jackson was in the video.
Yeah, but that was in like... He's still, I would say, on radio play. Like,
it wasn't big as Old Town Road.
Okay.
So he was like, all right, if I'm going, I think in his head, he's like, I do think that you're right about, oh, y'all say I'm going to go to hell. So when I go, let's see what y'all say. Mm-hmm. I do see that logic, but what I'm saying is he cannot just put out a regular music video and it do well. It's going to have to be some type of controversy for it to sell. And not that I think that he cares, because I feel like he's just like, it is what it is at this point. But for me, as an artist, I'm never going to play with demonic energy.
Oh no,
just for
that's not me.
I'm not gonna compromise my eternal soul for some views and some clout. That's me.
Yeah,
that's how I'm giving it up, and y'all know that I'm not gonna have no demonic energy or subliminal stuff, and I'm not doing that. Whether it's to troll or not, I'm not doing that, because you're gonna have to answer for it one day. And like when you get to heaven and God say, what was that about? And he show you the video, you doing it, how you gonna explain it? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no hell to put you in, so I'm not the judge, but we'll see how it play out. But I know I won't be doing that. If they say, oh, T.Cooke, you can be famous, but you gotta slide down the stripper pole to hell, all right, I'm good. I'll just do the little podcast. I'll do our podcast and that'll be it. Guess it ain't for me to make it then. But everybody got different, standards, different morals, but y'all know I ain't gonna be doing nothing wild like that. So
okay,
moving along.
All right, moving on.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's a major news headline right now.
Bill Cosby is released from jail after Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturns sexual assault conviction. This has been in the headlines everywhere. What's your stance on this? Interested to see how you feel about this.
I'm pretty upset about it, honestly. I think it's a L for all women who have been sexually assaulted. It really just kind of puts the nail in the coffin, and basically, what's the point in ever coming forward? And telling people what happens to you or whatever, no matter how soon or how late, nothing ever seems to really be done about it. Your assaulter could, go to jail, but then just get out. And then, people don't believe you. And these conspiracy theories surrounding Bill Cosby and like, oh, it's because he was about to buy CBS or something. I'm just NBC. Like, whatever. I just think it's ridiculous. And I think people really have a hard time disassociating his character that he played on TV and who he is as a person.
I agree with that.
And my heart goes out to the women that he's assaulted. I hope it's probably hard to find peace. It's been hard, You guys dealt with it for years, finally came out, finally felt like you got some justice, and now it's just been overturned. So that's how I feel about it.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to like the the victims. I feel like everything you just said is 100% correct. At the same time, to play devil's advocate, though, I feel as if, like, it's so many women that came out, even if you just rape one of them, you're a rapist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like people be like, yo, they lying. Well, it's like so many women. It's like, bro, I believe, like, it's just too many accusers. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, to move it forward, it's so many people during COVID that was released from prison. Not to say that Bill Cosby deserved to be let out, because he deserved to do his time, but at the same time, I'm just indifferent about it because he's 83 years old and he's blind, and I don't feel like he's a threat to society any longer. So I'm not really necessarily up in arms about him being released right now, because he, in the way that they mishandled the trial, if they wanted him to stay under the jail, they should have did what they should have did correctly and not have it be no leeway for him to get out. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about it. But they mishandled that, and now he got out on a technicality. So it's not about him getting out because he's innocent. He got out because of the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I still think he probably, you know, I do feel like he did it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think this at all is proving that he's not guilty. Yeah. I'm very disappointed in Phylicia Rashad. That is kind of breaking my heart. And again, like, he's guilty. Like, I still stand, you know, tall on that. I don't know, like Lisa Bonet, you know, said it herself. He has like a sinister, you know, like demeanor or something. And she been canceled, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna go with Lisa Bonet on that one. Like, there can't be, you know, I understand that some people will lie on people, you know, but
it's too many people for they all to be lying.
There's some truth there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, it's definitely some truth there, and that's why I say, even if he only raped one of them, he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
That's enough. Like, that's one is enough.
One
so
is enough.
I definitely feel like that too.
Yeah.
Speaking of Phylicia Rashad, I just don't know why she stuck her neck out there like that.
She could have said nothing.
Yo, you're riding for Heathcliff Huxtable, not Bill Cosby. Why you sticking your neck out for him? Like, that's fantasy. That ain't reality. You know what I'm saying? You sticking your neck out for your TV husband. That ain't your real husband. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I'm like, yo, you're the dean of, you know what I'm saying? A dean at Howard. Like, why would you?
Right. We were just talking about her.
You got to take a step back, and now she's going to go, they making her go through a sexual assault, like, training. And Howard already kind of disavowed and distanced themselves from her statement. Yeah. And she tried to clear it up and backtrack. I'm just like, look, you're not a regular celebrity no more. You're a dean of a, you know what I'm saying, at a HBCU on top of that. Yeah. So you got to tread very lightly about what you say and not be biased just because you hyped that your TV husband got out of jail. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like no, it's not cool.
I don't remember her taking this stance when all of this was happening.
She was, I feel like all of the people from Cosby Show, low key, besides Lisa Bonet, was rocking with Bill. Because I remember, what's Rudy? Rudy was rocking. What's her name? Keisha Pulliam. Night Pulliam, she was rocking with Bill Cosby, and I think Phylicia Rashad and a few people, you know, they was supporting him. But now I just feel like it's just a mess. But like I said, I feel like I would have had more of a feeling if I felt like he was more of a current threat.
Yeah.
I would be more, just me, I would be more outraged. Not to say it's right or wrong, but if I felt like he could get out here and still do damage to women at 80, you know what I'm saying, then I would probably be like, yo, he needs to, like, you know what I'm saying, he needs to be under the jail. But so many people have gotten let out during COVID, including 6ix9ine, and it's like, bro, like, it is what it is. I'm somewhere in between, so that's where I'm at.
I feel you on that one, but yeah. Let's talk about something more lighthearted. Every NCAA player is now allowed to make money from endorsements and other ventures. I feel like that's something that should have been, you know, a thing for a while. And I've talked about this before, like, like years ago or whatever. Like, these players make these universities so much money.
Thanks.
So much money off their jerseys. People come to see them play. The university gets endorsements, and these kids walk away with practically nothing. Yeah. So I'm happy to see this finally. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I'm glad they finally implemented this because they've been teasing it for years. But the fact that it's like, I see Master P's son just signed a $2 million tech deal. And he ain't even dribbled a ball for his college yet, for his university yet. Yeah. And it's like, when you got somebody in your corner as strong as Master P, he gonna secure that bag. So it's just like facts. So I'm just like, yo, that's just wild to see. I seen another player today. He just he secured a deal with Raising Cane's, an endorsement with them. So it's like these kids about to get to that bag, and I feel like this is where it's come to because these kids couldn't accept no type of financial benefits at all. Mm-hmm. You had kids that university is making millions of dollars off. Right. It's like, yo, you go into the university bookstore, they have a jersey with the number 5 on it. We know what player that is, but they're not getting no type of percentage of that jersey sale. Yeah. And these kids might not even be able to afford lunch for the day. You feel what I'm saying? And they can't take. The coaches are making bank. And the coaches are making money, but they can't take anything. Right. Because the NCAA had such a watchful eye on them for years. Mm-hmm. I remember when LeBron was in high school and they was on his mom about she was driving a Hummer or something like that. And LeBron, I don't even think he had any plans on going to college. He knew he was going to go straight to the league. But just the eye that they keep on these kids about, oh, you took that. It was a movie I watched on Disney Plus called, what is it called? It's the football movie with the Clemson guys. Yo, that's if you haven't seen that movie, I forgot what it's called, but maybe Brian can pull it up. Okay. But yeah, like it talks about the NCAA and he appealed the decision. People was giving this guy rides to like practice and stuff like that, just trying to just help this dude out as a community. And then they was like, no, you can't do that. Safety is what it's called. It's on Disney Plus. Fire movie, yo. One of the best movies I've seen like recently. But it's like I'm glad that it's about time. It's been a long time coming. And maybe with this we can see like NCAA college football, the video game, come back and we actually can have the players' names on the back of their jerseys. Because for years you knew who number 7 was. Like when you get Virginia Tech, you knew that was Vic, but it never said Vic on the back. Now we want the people's name on the back, just like Madden. Because facts. Like, and so that's where I'm at with it. I think it's been a long time coming. Me, I used to get the customized roster where you can have all the names on it, so I can see who is who. You know what I'm saying? But now we ain't got to do that no more because now these kids can make money now. So let's turn up NCAA. It's 2021.
I'm happy about it. And to think like the sports industry in general is a short-lived career. You get injured, over time your body just like wears down, quickly, because of all the endurance you're going through with it, and being able to let these kids kind of capitalize off their talent, at a younger age. So that they can actually, be set for life, even if they don't make it far in the league. Because it's about capitalizing while you hot. And God forbid you have an injury or something, you already cut that $2 million check. I'm set. You know what I'm saying? And for all these years, universities were kind of supplementing and pacifying players with, oh, you're going to get a 4-year degree after this. It is expensive to get a 4-year degree, but that wouldn't be enough for me as an athlete if you're making millions off of me and off my likeness. You feel what I'm saying? So now I feel like, we in a good place where, they can take some of the power back into their own hands. So salute to them for doing that. More than, it's been enough time, more than enough time. Still in the realm of sports, this whole Sha'Carri Richardson situation, how do you feel about it?
I feel like how Mellow Ball felt. Mellow Ball said, what did he say? He said, if it ain't If it ain't crack, let her run track. I feel like if it's only weed, let her speed.
Hey.
If it's only gas, give her a pass. Hey. That's how I feel, beloved. So, you know, that's how I feel because it's legal in a lot of states. She was in Oregon when she did it. And we know there's rules that you have to abide by as an athlete.
Right.
But I just feel like, I mean, I remember when Michael Phelps, when people was acting like he was a crack addict because he hit the gas. And they doing the same thing to her. And I really feel like some of it is, I mean, I know the Olympics is, you got to represent America on a global stage. You know what I'm saying? Right. And in certain countries, weed is not legal.
Yeah,
so I understand all that.
In some countries, it is. You go to Amsterdam, there's weed bars. And so, like, even if we're on a global playing field, like, it's just too controversial of a substance to try to, you know, control it or put that into, like, the rules. Like,
yeah, but she knew as an athlete trying out for the Olympics that this was a substance that you, but in the same regard though, it's not like THC or weed make you run track better. If anything, it'll hurt you. It's like, yo, she was lapping these girls with weed lungs. She was smoking these girls with weed lungs. Like, yo, like, salute to her. Like, yo, she was hitting the gas and still beating it. It's like, hold up. But I just want to give her a pass though, because, you know, she had just lost her biological mom. It's like, who are we to tell people how to cope with what's going on? If you lost your mom, your biological mom, you might hit more than a little gas. You feel what I'm saying?
I will be in the casket with her.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You might hit a line. You might hit the lean. You might hit... You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that she was trying to cope, you know what I'm saying? I just like, man, it's crazy. And I also feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people that may be the powers that be that just don't like what she represents. She's a young black woman. She got the weave, you know what I'm saying? She got the nails, and just like, yo, we gonna shut this down before this becomes, we gonna nip this in the bud before this gets too big. And I'm just like, it's politics at the end of the day. So I feel like, you know, she keeps her nose clean, keeps her, you know, stays out of trouble. For the next time, she'll be able to do what we need her to do.
Yeah, she definitely, you know, took it as an adult. Like, she understood her consequences. I think as of today, it's just a 30-day suspension, so she'll still be able to run. So that's great. I don't know what we need to do with this whole legalization of marijuana, but like, I kind of need the rest of the world to be on the same page, because we don't treat alcohol like this.
Facts.
You know, and there's plenty of athletes that have had one too many drinks and get into trouble, you know, and we don't look at them, like you said, like crackheads. So it's just like,
look.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 2021. Y'all want to be progressive on Lil Nas X, but y'all don't want to be progressive on hitting the gas. It's like, yo, bro, you gotta move in the, like, you know what I'm saying? It's becoming legal in more states across the United States. Virginia, shout out VA, just made it legal on July 1st. So it's like, bro, get with the times. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's even like a controversial type drug anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
I could just understand, like, the bottom line. Okay, like, these are the rules and you didn't follow the rules.
Point blank. So under that pretense, yes.
But other than that, I just, it
kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. Because I was really looking forward to see how she was gonna match up against the Jamaican women, because that was gonna be a good matchup. But now, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. But regardless, shout out to her, because we still rocking with you, and it really is only gonna make her more relatable to a lot of people. She ain't the only one that hit the gas, bro.
Oh no, but the thing about marijuana, it helps recovery. And so, like, why not let these athletes, like, in the off season, you know, like,
it's a lot of athletes that
it's a lot. So it's just, I don't know. We need to figure this out for sure. But
shout out to Nike. They still rocking with her.
Okay. Shout out to Nike.
They didn't pull the plug, surprisingly. That's the first thing that normally goes, your endorsements.
Right.
But,
But Nike is a pretty progressive company, so I would be shocked.
Cause they know, like I think
they know
they see the potential in her.
Sha'Carri.
Yeah, and they don't want to get canceled because we'll stop wearing Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Will we?
I'm already Adidas.
I know.
I got the Yeezy slides on now. I'm already, you know how I'm giving it up. I rock with Ye, so we on Adidas. We not checks over stripes. We stripes. We stripes over here. So it's like, yo, yeah, Nike better do right by that girl. I would never buy another Air Force One. No, I ain't gonna say that.
Okay,
it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to do, but that's the second episode in a row that we talk about Air Force Ones. But yeah, so I mean, shout out to her though. But I don't know. Just to double back really quick, when we was talking about the BET Awards, did you see Jack Harlow? They say he allegedly shot his shot with Saweetie. Did you see that clip?
I did.
How did you feel about that? Do you feel like they would be a good couple?
It's cute. Yeah, I like that.
You like, well, I don't even have to ask you that. You clearly like them together more than her and Quavo since you anti-Migos. Like,
I mean, clearly their relationship was toxic. So, you know, like.
Who was the toxic one, though? We don't know. We don't know if Quavo was toxic or if Saweetie was the toxic one.
Okay.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. I feel like they probably both played a part, you know. But yeah, it's cute. You know, I love interracial love, so that would be
so
cute to see.
You're down with the swirl, the swizzle.
I am a swirl, so.
Thanks.
Touche.
Yeah. They would be cute together. That was a weird interaction. Like, I don't think I needed to be a part of it. But
that's hilarious. I am a swirl. But yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I don't even know if he was necessarily just shooting a shot. It just seemed like he introduced himself to her.
No, it was giving off that energy. Like, there was no reason for you to interrupt my interview to say, hi, I'm Jack.
They have a whole song together,
hold
though.
Her hands.
Have a whole song together. And the only reason he held her hand with the other hand is because she said, why you shaking? He was like, I'm not shaking. Like, so he had to stand his ground like, yo, I'm not shaking.
No, I've been approached by men, and I know what that looks like. So.
He was a little too close in her space, though. He got up in her, like, grill and was like, hey, sweetie.
Yeah. She's like, I know.
He's like, I'm Jack. He's like, I know.
Why are you shaking?
I don't feel like that man.
Should we replay the whole scene?
I feel like she trying to, like, reenact this shit. Yo, I just feel like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. He said afterwards when they interviewed him, the Shade Room interviewed him, they was like, were you shooting your shot at Saweetie? And he was like, no, like, that's a friend vibe. Like, that's what he said. So
that's what
he
all
said he
men
wasn't,
say when they get turned down. I wasn't shooting.
Do you feel like
I don't want her.
Do you feel like she turned him down?
Yeah,
Because that picture that it looked like she kind of giving him that eye.
Yeah,
that picture
like, no, you're not. But she said that, why are you interrupting my interview? Like, you know, why you catch me off guard?
Yeah, she didn't like to be caught off guard.
That is rude. Like, why did you do that?
I wouldn't say it's rude. I just say he's seen his
reaction.
opportunity and took it. They have a whole song together.
He could have waited to the side till she was done answering her questions.
Maybe he tried to get her before it wasn't in the middle of an interview. She was about to start. So he was like, I'm going to say hi real quick. Might not get the opportunity. Well, Eminem said you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. And he did. And he did. Like, yo, he might not have seen that girl no more. And especially
really,
the Migos wasn't in sight. So he had to get it how he lived. Because they would have put the beats on that young man.
I'm pretty sure that somebody could have exchanged numbers between their assistants, manager, or something. Like,
well, I keep telling you, they have a song together, though. Okay. So it's like, yo, why not? If I had a song with you and I seen you on the red carpet, I'm going to speak. Like, as long as you're not in the middle of answering a question, I'm going to say, even if it's just tapping you on your shoulder, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it was blown out of proportion, but I definitely
don't ever interrupt my interview, though.
I would never do that anyway, because I mean, but I wouldn't say he interrupted her interview, though. She hadn't answered the question yet. She was about to.
Okay.
That's the only difference. Like, you act like she was like 3 or 4 questions in, and then he was like on the sideline just waiting to get.
I'm about to do something. Like, just wait.
And he would have been standing there the whole time. That's a long time to wait.
So wait.
I don't know, man. He probably had interviews to do too. Okay. He's a celebrity too.
Okay, then another time. Drake said if it's not the right time, there'll always be another time.
Oh. True. There's no moment like the present. So if I don't blame that man for. I don't think he was shooting a shot, but I don't blame him for speaking. Because if he would have walked past her, then she could have been like, "Oh, I seen him and he was acting brand new. Like we don't have a song together." That's happened before too. Where people be like, "Oh, I seen him out, but he didn't speak to me, so he don't really rock with me."
I feel like that was the beginning of the night, right?
It was red carpet. Yeah, it was the red carpet.
So, I mean, I would have, I'm sure, just waited the whole night to see, like what happens. And he could have shot her a DM or something. Like, I saw you. I saw that you were about to.
Because
if he wasn't shooting his shot and he just wanted to make sure that they, I guess officially met or whatever. Like, then
what should he have done? Just kept walking, or just tap, or sweetie, like when the dude slid in her DMs. DMs ain't as effective as in person. Why would I? That would make him look like a punk. Like, oh, I seen you on the red carpet earlier. Like,
but I didn't want to interrupt your interview, so I didn't say anything at the time. Sorry, I missed you, because I didn't see you the rest of the night. Like, communication is key.
Man, look, it was 95 degrees.
I would appreciate that if you don't interrupt my interview.
It was 95 degrees. That man had a blue velvet. What is that, velvet? He had on velvet. You think he came to play? He wanted her to see what he had on. Big drip.
Okay, so you think he was shooting his shot?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Trey.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
He's not me, but if I was him, I would be shooting my shot.
Okay.
And
but
if
she's
I
toxic, right?
She could be. Maybe I don't know. All I know is she a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. What I do know is she was a communications major, and I was a I got a whole master's in communication. All so let's communicate, beloved.
Oh,
let's. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have told her. If I would have told her, that's what. If I see her, that's what I would have told her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Make sure she sees
so
this.
I'm gonna just let her know. That's how I'm giving it up. You know what I'm saying? So,
just don't be shaking.
Nah, never that. So
I'm so
hey, I told y'all what the name of this is. I may get in trouble for this. So it is what it is. But yeah, moving along. It's your boy T.Cooke.
And it's Briaunna Monet.
From the I May Get in Trouble for This podcast. If you didn't know, we're here to tell you about an app called Anchor. It's definitely the easiest way to make a podcast. People literally ask me every week, how do you get started with making a podcast? Well, fill them in for me if you don't mind.
Well, first of all, Anchor is free. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many other platforms.
Definitely. Also, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Additionally, it's everything you need to make a podcast literally in one place. So you can't go wrong.
Anchor is like your mini assistant. So go ahead and download the free Anchor app now or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's since we're talking about couples and stuff, Ray J was seen with Wendy Williams in New York.
I don't even know where to start with that. But I will give Ray J his props. Everything begins, just like everything begins and ends with Soulja Boy, Ray J is a close second. Ray J is responsible for at least more than half of the culture as we know it. He's responsible for the Breakfast Club popping off. He's responsible for Kim Kardashian popping off because of their sex tape. He's responsible for, I had another one, but I forgot. But it's just like he's responsible for mad stuff that he doesn't get credit for. Mm-hmm. So maybe he trying to breathe some life into. But Wendy said that's just her brother though. She said they just cool.
Oh,
so
okay, cool.
But I know Ray J liked them Cougars because he was with R.I.P. Whitney Houston, the late great. Mm-hmm. They had a little time together.
Yeah.
Before she passed, so maybe he like older.
Old soul.
But he's married though, and she said that on the post, like, "Yo, this is a whole married man. It's not like that.
Oh yeah,
they just went to get lunch or something like that."
Oh yeah, I don't keep up. Yeah,
so
I forgot.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I did find that interesting.
I just feel like I have never really heard much of Wendy Williams until I think we started the podcast, and now she's been on like what 3
She's
episodes
been on the docket every week, and I mean,
I don't need to know anymore. Hot girl summer though, right?
Yeah, she living her best life for sure. Moving along,
right?
Kodak Black has been in the news, at least on social media, all this week. Kodak Black literally been flushing money down the drain. No pun intended. He's throwing $100 bills in the toilet and flushing them. He's also throwing hundreds off of a yacht into the sea, into the ocean.
100,000.
100K. Do you know what we could have did with 100? You could have took that 100K and gave it to NCAA players for all we care. You could have did a lot more with the 100K, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think he got so much backlash from that. Then you just say he did something positive. What did he do?
Oh yeah.
AC units out to people because you know it's hot.
His PR team is working hard.
So they cleaning.
They are working hard.
He must have Kris Jenner as his manager or publicist because look, they try to clean that up.
He is like quick. A bad toddler. Like, no, Kodak, don't do that. Kodak, why did you do that? Now we have to clean up your mess.
He act like he didn't get a pardon from Trump. Like, yo, you should be on your best behavior. Like you would have been locked up if Trump didn't let you out before he got out. So you should be just doing, you know what I'm saying?
That poor baby. He just needs guidance. He needs some guidance. But it's too late.
You can take him out the hood. You can't take the hood out of him. He clearly.
Project baby.
He's a project baby, yo.
That's what he said.
He not going to change. He not.
Oh, my gracious.
So, you know what you could have did with 100K, man.
Where was he when he threw that?
I don't know. Let's go get that money, though.
Social media had me weak. They had the cover of Gunna's album.
Drip or Drum. Drip or Drum.
And the bottom of the umbrella said, this is me looking for. This is me looking for the 100K that Kodak threw in the water. I was weak. They had, Jay on the jet ski.
Yeah. You know social media gonna do their thing with it. But it's like, man.
But it's not funny, though, because that's ridiculous.
And he's like, he's Haitian, too. Like, people in Haiti could have used that money.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not going to count nobody's pockets and tell them what to do with their money, but I can guarantee you could have done something more productive than to flush money down the toilet and to throw it off of a boat.
If it was fake, okay. Like, it looked like he was shooting something?
Money. No, it ain't prop money. We know what prop money, like we in the film industry, we shoot films and music videos. That won't prop money. That was real hundos. Wow. Yeah, it had to be.
And then the whole toilet thing was just like, not only did you flush it down the toilet, but you stuck your hand and made sure that it went down the drain.
I didn't see that part. I didn't see that part.
He's a bad toddler. Like,
and he has such an influence on kids.
Like, you cannot take your eyes off of him. The poor child. Like, I don't want to say lock him back up, but just like put him somewhere. Like,
he clearly hasn't learned. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't. Yeah. But he's still young though.
He needs a conservatorship. That's who.
Transfer Britney's to Kodak.
And give him Britney's father too. He needs some
discipline. Yes.
There we go. Some parental guidance or something. No knock to his parents. I don't know, if they're alive or where they are, what they do. I know his
mom is real intricate in his life, but
okay, Ma. Well, what are we doing?
A lot of times when these entertainers make money, they parents can't check them no more because
it's just what can you do?
Yeah, they paying for this house. They put them in a new house. You can't check your kids.
You can't put your kids on punishment. You can't take away privileges.
They'll put you on punishment.
Right.
They own this house. They bought this house for you. They bought this car for you. So you be uncheckable at that point. Yeah. And it's like some people will not listen to their parents. I don't care how high on the totem pole I get. I'm always. The Bible say respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm from that generation. I'm not from that generation of kids who call their parents out their first name. You feel what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. I ain't gonna never call. I just turned 30. I don't think I ever called my parents out their first name. And my dad has my first name. We had the same name. I ain't never just called him out his government name. Yeah. Yo, that's not that's not the cloth that I'm cut from. I'm just sorry. I see kids, they be like 12 years old, calling their parents out their first name. And it's just like, I was taught, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Open the door for, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I was like really taught like that. And I feel like this new generation, I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope in them, unfortunately. I don't see a lot of positive. Like, and it's like, when I have kids, I'm just going to really try to instill knowledge and wisdom in them. Because you're not going to always be here, so you want them to be better than you. So, you know, that's how I feel like about my brother. Like, I want my brother to be better than me.
Yeah.
We're like 7, 8 years apart.
Yeah.
It's like, I go to my brother for fashion advice now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like full circle. It's like, I was the one that was, you know what I'm saying, just the fashion icon. And I still am. Don't get it twisted. I'll put that on when it's time to put it on. But I consult with him because he's younger and he knows, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He knows, and it's like, I feel like he has kind of surpassed me. So shout out.
That's all you want for your younger siblings, though. That's all you want.
That's all you want.
Be better than me, you know.
Be better than me.
Make better choices.
Take it further than I took it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I feel.
I go to my baby sister for the TikTok.
Yo,
dances and everything.
Yo, show me how to do this, yo.
How do you do this?
How you do this?
How do you work this?
You got to. Everything come full circle. It was time where
circle of life.
It's a time where I'll go out with my friends, and I'm like, yo, my little brother not coming with me. Like, he not. Even though my friends, my brother grew up around my friends, so he matured quickly as far as knowing the do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
But when I would go out with my friends, he not coming. Now he living his life, and it's hard for me to see him like living his life.
Can we make plans? Can you fit me in your agenda?
Like, fit me in your schedule. Like, what you going, bro?
That's how it is
Where
with
you
my
going?
sister.
I'm just like
I'm
wow. That lets me know I'm getting old, because this man is driving, he working, and he do, you know what I'm saying? He's a grown up, and I'm just like
now I want to hang out with you.
Yeah, I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm trying to put a fit together for a video shoot. Hey, yo, can you help me get my outfit together for this junk? Because it's like, but I mean, that came from somewhere. Like, the fact that he has it down pat is like, he got that from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't come out of nowhere. So I trusted. He low key going, like, when I make it, he gonna be my stylist and just keep everything in house. Let him style me, and yeah. As he styled me for my last music video, for 7 Cities music video, he styled me. You know what I'm saying? So,
shout
you know
out
what I'm saying?
Cooke.
Yeah, he and it's like, that's my big little brother. Like, he's taller than me. I had to look up to him. He like 6'1", 6'2", and like that joint just skipped over me for some reason. My parents tall too, it just skipped over me. Like, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like God had to humble me in some way, because he gave me like everything else but height. So if I would have had height, it just would have been an unfair playing field.
No, you still Mr. Hollywood.
It just would have been so unfair. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I was like tall as well, then it's just like, he had to even the playing field, so it's fine. But nonetheless, shout out my little brother though.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Kodak Black.
But I do like Kodak.
Brother. He needs a big brother.
I do like Kodak though.
I do. I want to see him.
I like his music, and I seen a clip this week that went viral, semi-viral. It was on Glass TV, which is like a Virginia blog, and they posted a clip about how they showed how many times Kodak has shown love to Virginia. Kodak loves VA. Like, it's in his music. He loves coming to, do shows, because he used to do fraud out here. So it's like, he know this. He know Richmond. He know the 7-5. He know Virginia as a whole. Norfolk. Like, he shouts. I didn't know that. Yeah, he has a connection to Virginia. Like, my brother. Probably. My brother actually met Kodak in the MacArthur Mall a few years ago. He took a picture with him. So was it Yak? That was Lil Yachty, my bad. Wrong young rapper.
All the Lils.
But yeah, Kodak, shout out to him, but he needs to grow up a little bit.
He do. I kind of want to talk about somebody else that needs some guidance. That's So Raven's Kyle Massey. He's facing felony charges for allegedly sending pornographic content to a 13-year-old girl.
Did you see what his mom said afterwards?
I did not.
She came and said it was like they've been dealing with this for years.
Whoa.
Said that like the woman is trying to extort Kyle Massey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she was coming to his defense. I mean, that's what a good mother's supposed to do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But she was coming to her son's defense saying like they've been dealing with this issue for a while. The lady has been trying to extort her son and it's false allegations, and they went to court one time and beat it, but now she refiled in another, I don't know if another district or something, but she refiled and now they're going to fight it again. But she is proclaiming his innocence, saying he didn't do it. So it's always two sides or three sides to every story. So I don't want to cast too much judgment on it. I just want to let it play out. But if he did do that, yeah, he definitely need guidance. I don't know. I was watching the stream earlier today. Academics pulled a video up of Chris Brown at the Space Jam 2 premiere, and he was talking to LeBron, and they said that Chris Brown was giving cokehead vibes. As they said, he was real jittery when he was talking to LeBron. And also, speaking of that topic, they said that him and Karrueche were also within minutes of being like seen with, you know what I'm saying, leaving the Space Jam premiere. How do you feel about that? Do you think that was just a coincidence, or do you feel like they might have been, that they spoke, they was there together? Like, how do you feel about that? Because I thought that was very interesting when I seen them both there. Could have been a coincidence. Who knows?
I mean, Karrueche's made a name for herself, and she's been in acting and stuff too. So she probably was invited, you know. So I don't think, you know, like she was there because he was there, you know, and they came together. I don't know. I have no idea, like, if they're involved or anything. I would just say no based off of the fact that she has a restraining order.
She has a restraining order?
Or she had a restraining order. I don't know if it's still in effect, but
True.
I mean, I hope not, you know, considering how their relationship ended and all the things that happened, you know, like, I just hope that she doesn't go back to that. Not saying people can't change, you know, or whatever.
Rihanna went back, though. They were seen courtside on Christmas Day when he was with Karrueche.
Exactly.
So people double back, unfortunately.
Right. So should she double back?
They say if it come back around, that's how you know.
Yeah.
So we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I did find it ironic that they was in the same place at the same time.
It's not my business, and, you know, like, live your life. But
she made a statement though and said like she shut the rumors down. Like, no.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
like, I just think you have to, like, you know, stand your ground, and obviously it ended for a reason, and just keep it that way. I think some things you cannot, you know,
rekindle, or reconcile.
Yeah.
Some
things are too wild to reconcile.
Facts.
So, yeah. But no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Chris Brown probably does
more
than weed, so I don't know.
That.
Yeah.
That cocaine. So she said. That's what they say. That's what they say. They be zooming in on pictures and saying his jaws be looking sunken in. Yeah. And I'm just like, cheekbones. And I'm just like, I don't know. Not. And they say, like, when he be on it, that's why he can put our album out with 35 songs on it, 50 songs on it. Because it's like, they said it explains it. He said it intensifies his work ethic.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I hope he's not. But you should watch that video, because it looked like LeBron was asking him, like, yo, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, so real kind of like jittery. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it looked like he was like low key dancing in the video. I'm like, is he on that booger sugar? Like, because I don't know. It's like, I like Chris because he's from Virginia. You know what I'm saying? But
he's very talented. I feel like he's been through a lot. You know, like, there's, you know, clearly things there that he could be running from, you know, and
I hope
trying to numb, but I hope not.
It's none of my business, but I hope he's clean though.
Yeah. I just feel like we've lost so many greats, you know, to drugs and addiction and stuff. Like I said before, it's a disease, and it's very hard to beat. You know, people deal with it their whole lives. So
it's more prevalent when you're in the industry.
Yeah, you have more access to
these parties
it.
And they'll just have a table full of just literally coke just on the table. You know what I'm saying? Just people just snorting lines of coke just like recreationally. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or just it's like normal. Just as normal as weed is to regular people. Like when you're in that circle, that's what kind of
it's on top. Yeah.
That's the icing on the cake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know, but after when off air, I had to show you that video so you can see it.
Yeah. And I gotta show you DaBaby's performance, so let me forget.
I seen clips. I just don't think I seen it. He had that, like, he was pulling like a Rapunzel, like we're pulling this girl's hair from up on.
Yeah, I had to watch that twice to see what that was. Because
that's in the song. He say, I told her to get 30 inches of weave if I want to F a Rapunzel. So that's why he was pulling that hair on stage like that, allegedly. But
it was a mess.
DaBaby, like, I like DaBaby. He's just very vulgar. Like, I like DaBaby, but it's like the Ball If I Want To video where they have that inflatable baby in that video too, and I pulled that video up and I showed my mom. She was like, the language is terrible. Like, and my mom doesn't mom doesn't even like trip about language.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, as her kids have grown up, like she doesn't really be like, cut this off. It's too much cussing.
Oh no, I still do the clean version for my parents. And my mom's riding in the car with me.
Like if I'm riding in the car, that's different. I'm talking about when you put on YouTube, it ain't a clean version of the music video. So it's like I'll be at my parents' crib watching music videos, the baby video come up, and he's cussing in there, and my mom's like, yo, the language is terrible. Because it's like literally like and I'm like, I like DaBaby, but like his mouth is kind of wild. I'm not going to lie. Like he always talk about pulling this out and somebody sitting on it and spitting on it and licking on it. And I'm like.
And the whole time have an inflatable baby next to him.
And I'm like, fam. It's like it's a time and place for everything, but why every song gotta be? No, he say that like in every
time in every place,
every song. But I'd be lying to say that I don't listen to it.
You're a fan.
Let's go, like, you know what I'm saying. He be turned up. I'm not gonna lie, but moving along.
Yeah, moving on. Kevin Gates was, pretty big in the news. He revealed that he started writing music as an escape after being molested as a child, and it just really goes to show you really don't know what someone has gone through.
Facts.
Yeah. I'm guessing he's found healing, in his music, and I don't know if he's gone to therapy for it or dealt with it, but
yeah, Kevin Gates, this interview, I watch almost every Kevin Gates interview, and I actually watch his interviews. It's certain artists that I watch their interviews more than I actually listen to their music. Kevin Gates is one of them. I love a Kevin Gates interview because you can see exactly where he's at, and it's insightful. He was on Mike Tyson's podcast when he gave up this information, and he seems very arrived at. He just seems like he's done a lot of work on himself, and I can see that he's grown a lot in this interview, and I'm glad that he shared that because he's not the only celebrity that's been molested at a young age, or just only person in general that's been molested. You know what I'm saying? I can name Tyler Perry, Dottie McClurkin. I can keep going at people who've been molested early on, and they just don't. They don't really, they talk about it, but not in depth. Not to say that he went in depth, but I appreciate him sharing his story because it's like that type of stuff. It comes out in. Relationships, it comes out in family like it comes out down the road. So
like, wasn't there something about him and his cousin?
Oh, like, that was something different. Yeah. He said he was at one time he was with this girl and they was having sex, but he didn't know that they were cousins.
Oh, okay.
Until saying it came out later.
Oh, okay.
That they were actually related. Okay. So, which is why I
thought it was intentional or something.
No,
okay.
He didn't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just shout out to him though. I love his family. His wife Drika, she a ride or die.
Yeah.
His kids, I think Isla and Kaza. Like it's just like I rock with Gates. I really
love
do.
Kevin Gates,
I like Kevin Gates. He keep it 100.
He's
so I'm glad that he shared that.
Shout out to Mike Tyson's podcast too. I feel like he's got a lot of people up there, and like, who did he have? Was it Boosie?
Yeah, Boosie.
Yeah, and like really just like trying to get him straight.
Yeah.
So shout out to Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
Yeah,
for sure. So he doing this thing in podcasting and just in general. Like, who would have thought?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as wild as Mike Tyson was,
yeah.
Now he's giving advice and giving.
Also, go to therapy.
Yeah, like what? Like
I love the growth though. Those are my favorite things to witness. You know,
full
people's
circle.
growth. Yeah. You want to put a pin in it? Anything else you want to speak on before we go?
Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. Well, Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. Pooh Shiesty, Mr. Shiesty, Big Brr. He's fighting Fed charges.
I saw that.
The feds used an IG post to match up. He posted a picture with $100 bills spread out. They zoomed in, used their technology, matched the serial number of one of the $100 bills to the crime scene.
Oh my gosh.
And now,
guys, be careful on social media.
Now he's fighting. Feds got a 95% conviction rate. When the feds move in, you gonna do some time. Yeah, it's just a matter of how much. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, everybody want to talk about how real they are in their raps. It's like, yo, and y'all go and we glorify it for it being authentic, but it's a price to pay for that. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? It's a price to pay, and hopefully, I'm not even gonna say. I don't like to see black men incarcerated. I just don't, as a black man. But when you do the crime, you got to do the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, straight up.
Every action has a consequence.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if he did what they say he did, he gonna have to sit down for a little bit.
What is it that they said he did?
I don't even know the specifics. I just know that they matched that money to a crime scene.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, something about a robbery.
The serial number.
And this is different from it's different from the incident in the club where the security guard said that he didn't remember giving a statement because he was under the influence of like painkillers or something. This is something different. So I think he actually beat that, but then he's on the hook with this now.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, as much as y'all scream, get it back in blood. And y'all throw y'all sets up in the club. Yo, that song is kind of like low-key incriminating. For
real. It is.
It's like the 2021 Bobby Shmurda hot nigga.
Yeah.
Like his, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like and it's like, yo, when you rap about.
In Dirk's verse, too.
I don't even want to get into Dirk.
He gave us play-by-play.
They say Dirk is cursed. Everybody around him just keep dropping like flowers.
But I hate that for him.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully, you know, because young boy locked up already. Like, Pooh Shiesty probably going to do some time. And it's just like, as much as
That's why Lil Baby is going to be the best of the generation, because he's going to be the only one
out. He ain't going to have no competition.
He ain't
going to have no competition. But I do think, like, I would be lying if I said there's not hip hop police. There's police forces that just specifically focus on rappers and what they're
listening to their music,
trying to connect the dots.
Yeah.
And when you get locked up, they might play like Boosie. When he was locked up, they played a whole day of just Boosie music, trying to match it up to, you know what I'm saying? They'll do that. So it's like, it doesn't surprise me one bit. It doesn't. So when you're a rapper and you a gangster rapper and you live in that life, you really gotta move a certain way. Yeah. Because they on you just like they was on Polo G a few weeks ago. They said they was following him since he touched down at the airport. So it's like,
oh my gosh,
that's how they really be on rappers, yo. And it's just like, I think being a gangster rapper is the most dangerous job in America. Yeah. Because it's like, people gonna test your gangster. You talking all that, you about this, you about that. Okay, we gonna see. Or you flash your money. The cops want to see if that's clean money. Or, you know. Yeah. And if it ain't dirty, you better clean it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I ain't even know they had no technology where they could zoom in and see.
That is wild to me.
I ain't even know nothing about that.
Yeah.
So for everybody, just learn from other people's mistakes, so you ain't gotta make the mistakes. Cause he not the only one that be flashing money that is dirty.
Kodak.
He ain't. I ain't gonna say it's dirty, but he throwing it away.
But that's probably got their scuba diving team on deck right now.
Yeah, so
matching serial numbers of wet money. So
facts.
Yeah, but that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Learn from other people's mistakes.
So you ain't. Pooh Shiesty went through that, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that wraps another episode of I May Get in Trouble for This. Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at T.Cooke Official. Find me on Twitter at The Cookbook. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Follow us on Instagram at The Trouble Pod.
Yes.
Follow, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
You can find me, Briaunna Monet, at Instagram, Twitter, B Monet on TikTok. And yeah.
We out.
We out.